What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here, as always, on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and today we're going to crack open the book, or should I say, crack open the vault, on yet another brand new trilogy, the Ocean's 11 trilogy, starring George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Andy Garcia, Julia Roberts, Bernie Mac, Elliott Gould, Scott Caan, Casey Affleck, Eddie Jemison, Don Cheadle, Shaobo Qin, and Carl Reiner. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me today here for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. I appreciate y'all tuning in to me every day at this time, as you always do, my loyal viewers. And like I said, today I'm going to be starting the Oceans series. Oceans 11, 12, and 13. A great series of heist movies, all-star casts. As I said at the top of the show, you got George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Andy Garcia, Julia Roberts, Don Cheadle, Bernie Mac, etc., etc., etc. And our movie begins, and Danny Ocean is in a parole hearing. He passes his hearing, and he is subsequently released from prison. Danny immediately violates his parole by leaving the state, and he tracks down his old pal, Rusty. And he wants to propose to Rusty a massive heist. The two men go to Las Vegas in order to pitch the plan to Ruben, a wealthy friend and former casino owner who's going to bankroll the heist. He's going to put down the funds to get everybody together, everything that they need to pull the job off. Danny's heist idea consists of robbing the Bellagio, Mirage, and MGM Grand Hotels and Casino all at one time. And Ruben is reluctant at first because he knows casino security, having been a former casino owner. He knows how tight this stuff is. He knows that it's virtually a failure of an operation right at the get. But when he realizes that Terry Benedict is the owner and operator of all three casinos, he changes his mind because Terry Benedict is the man who put Ruben out of business. Danny and Rusty know that they're going to need a team of men to pull off the heist. So they set out to recruit a bunch of former colleagues and specialists. They end up enlisting the services of Frank, who's a casino employee, Livingston, an electronics and surveillance specialist, Basher, an explosive expert, Saul, an elderly con man, the amazing Yen, an acrobat, Linus, a pickpocket, and the Malloy twins, a pair of mechanics. Danny and Rusty give the details of the job and tell the men that there will be over $150 million in the vault because it's going to be a fight night. And the Nevada Gambling Commission requires the casinos to have enough money on hand to cover the bets. Everybody's going to get an equal share in the money. It's going to be roughly about $13.5 million each. And this is the opportunity Danny and Rusty give. If you don't want to be in, now's the time to back out. Everyone is down, committed to the heist, so the team begins going undercover and carries out a reconnaissance mission at the Bellagio, getting as much intel as humanly possible about security, routines, staff behavior, etc., in order to carry out the task at hand. I mean, they need to know where people are when, tells something good, something bad happening. That way, if they have to improvise something, they know at the drop of a dime. The rest of the team creates an exact replica of the vault in order to practice, moving through the security systems and everything. And Rusty discovers that Danny's ex-wife, Tess, is Benedict's current girlfriend. And he attempts to get Danny to give up the plan. He figures that if Tess is involved, Danny's not going to be able to make sound judgments. He's not going to be able to make the calls that he needs because he's emotionally involved. Danny wants no part of it. He's committed to this heist. So on the night of the huge boxing fight, the plan is executed and the heist begins. Danny goes to the Bellagio in order to purposely get seen by Benedict. He figures if he goes in there, Benedict's security will get him, and then he'll be detained, which will totally create an alibi for him. Benedict has Danny locked up into a storeroom with his bouncer. But what Benedict doesn't know is the bouncer is on Danny's payroll. So the man allows Danny to gain access to the vent system and join the team just in time to seize the vault, while other members of the team are doing their parts to cause chaos and distractions within the casino itself. Rusty places a call to the phone that Danny had slipped into Tess's jacket and asks for Benedict to be put on the line. Tess gives the phone to Benedict, and then Rusty proceeds to tell Benedict that he is currently being robbed. Rusty tells him that they're only taking half the money, though. They're only taking $80 million of what's in the vault. And he gives Benedict an ultimatum. You can either lose the $80 million quietly, or you can lose the entire vault publicly. It's your call. Benedict sees the surveillance cameras, and he realizes that what he's being told on the phone is the truth. So he complies with every request. He doesn't want the money that's remaining in the vault to get blown up, thereby making him lose the entire amount and everybody in the casinos to go into panic. Benedict has his security guards take the filled duffel bags out of the casino and place them into an unmarked white van, which is being occupied and driven via remote control for the getaway. Benedict then has his men follow the van while he calls in the SWAT to secure the vault. The arrival of the SWAT team causes a shootout and sets off explosives, and it ends up incinerating the remaining cash. After they secure the premises, the SWAT team collects their gear and departs. When Benedict arrives to examine the destroyed vault, his men go and they try to stop the van. They discover that the bags were filled with prostitution flyers. And any of you that have been to Vegas, you know what I'm talking about. The guys on the street with the little trading card looking things to have some private entertainment for the evening. Those are the flyers that are all up in these duffel bags. Benedict then decides to study the video footage, and he realizes that the vault floor in the video doesn't say Bellagio. And that was only added to the vault floor like a couple of days prior to the heist. It's then revealed that what Benedict was seeing all along was a video intended to fool Benedict. And when Benedict goes to where Danny was being held, thinking that maybe Danny was involved in all this, he finds Danny in the room being roughed up by the bouncer, making Danny innocent of any crime having been committed. It's further revealed that the SWAT team was our heist team all along. And Benedict willingly gave them complete access to the vault. One of the team calls Tess and tells her to turn on the closed-circuit television. And she turns it on just in time to see Benedict tell Danny that he would trade Tess to have all the money in the vault back. Danny tells Benedict how he will get the money back for him, but Benedict isn't satisfied with the 72-hour time frame. So he turns Danny over to the authorities for violation of his parole, having left the state where he was incarcerated. Tess exits the hotel just in time to see Danny getting arrested and taken away, and the rest of the team basks in their victory in front of the Bellagio fountains. Danny's locked up for approximately 3 to 6 months for violation of his parole, and when he is released, he is picked up by Rusty, who just happens to have Tess in the back of the car with him. They drive off, and Benedict's bodyguards follow in pursuit as our movie comes to its close. Ocean's 11 is a very fun heist movie. There's quite a few heist movies out there that I really enjoy. Some of them are critically acclaimed, some of them not so much. But Ocean's 11 I really, really enjoy, and I think that if you've never seen these movies, you ought to give it a look, especially for the all-star cast. You know, I can't say enough good things about the cast of these films. They just did a great job. And theatrically, this series is probably the best thing George Clooney's ever did. Because we won't talk about Batman and Robin. No. And although I did enjoy him in the Disney film Tomorrowland, it was not a successful film, and a lot of people bashed it. But I thoroughly enjoy Ocean's 11. I'm looking forward to getting to the other installments here in the next couple of days. What do you guys think of Ocean's 11? Those of you that are watching the premiere here, let me know. Leave your comments over here. Those of you that are watching on demand after the show's already aired, leave your comments down here, man. I thoroughly look forward to seeing what you guys have to say about Ocean's 11. When it comes to my rating of the film, I am going to give the original Ocean's 11, I'm going to give it 4 stars. Just for the all-star cast alone. But I feel like the story went smoothly. There wasn't a lot of stall time, you know, where they were building things. Everything just kind of moved the beats like it needed to. And when you have this many people in a cast, it's very easy to have things drag because you want to focus on all these different people. But the story just flowed so well. Make sure you get out there on the social medias, get those hashtags trending, hashtag Casa D18 Studios, hashtag Renegades Reviews, hashtag Renegade Returns, and of course the ever popular hashtag Shenanigans. We interrupt this episode of Renegades Reviews for an important announcement about
merchandising.
Merchandising? What's that?
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Merchandising, where the real money's made.
Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network for all the t-shirts you see here from the West Coast professor, Jeff Meacham himself. You can get shirts for the Jeff Meacham Network, Talk Wrestling, as well as the red and gold Meachamania shirts. And while you're there, don't forget to get your shirts of the Casa D18 Studios Brotherhood, the Dads on Wrestling shirt, the Renegade JJ Williams, Statboy Sports Bar, and the hashtag StatBoyApproved shirt. Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network and score your shirts today. Make sure you get out there, do what that commercial just told you. Go to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network. Get you all your official merchandise of the Casa D18 Studios Brethren, your Stat Boy Sports Bar shirt, your Renegade JJ Williams shirt, #StatBoy approved, Dad's Not Always on Wrestling. Get you your official merchandise of the Jeff Meacham Network, 3 different logo designs for the Jeff Meacham Network t-shirts, Meachamania, Talk Wrestling, and so much more. Don't forget to join me tomorrow right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews when we take a look at the next chapter of the Ocean Saga, Ocean's 12. All our primary cast coming back: George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Julia Roberts, Don Cheadle, Bernie Mac, Andy Garcia. We also get the addition of Catherine Zeta-Jones. You're not going to want to miss that. But before that, at the top of the half hour, today is a very special double feature day, as I will be bringing you from 1960, the original Ocean's 11, starring Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, Joey Bishop, better known as the Rat Pack, along with Norman Fell, Angie Dickinson, Cesar Romero, and many, many others. You're not going to want to miss that right here at the top of the half hour. Special double feature day right here on Renegades Reviews. Thank you guys for joining me today, sitting with me through the review. My loyal viewers, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.